welcome back to the late game. I am the long game hunter, and this is the Banner Saga. And in the last episode, we had to abandon our village, overrun as it was by dredge. It is time that we get into the real meat of this game. You have no problem getting the dredge to follow. Things begin to look dicey, but you're eventually able to lose them in thick woods where they have difficulty keeping you up. You climb to an overlook and wait for the caravan to appear. An hour later, Oddleaf is the first to spot them. There, she points to the road. As you rejoin them, you can tell there was trouble. Some people wounded, others missing. Alette rushes to you, throwing her arms around your waist. You smile and hug her tightly. "Dad, please don't do that again," she says. "Brave girl, this one," adds one of the women from Skogr. "Chieftain would have died without her." She points to the back of the caravan. You find Oddleaf beside her husband, who is laid out in a cart. "Old fool," she says. "Got himself a prize for trying to fight back." She shows you his deep gut wound, but he's alive. Nothing for it but to get to Frostvellr. You continue on in silence, Alette's hand in your own. Alright, 9 days worth of supplies. Time to make some good headway here. Pausing to catch your breath, you glance backward to see the caravan stretched out past the point of safety. They're spaced out so far you're unable to see those bringing up the rear. "We've got to pull them together," says Ivor. "It'd be dangerous to stop until at least the Godstone. The path should be just ahead." Call an early stop for the day, slow the pace, so everyone can catch up, keep a steady pace. Well, I find that I'm pretty good with speeches. Surely that'll carry over to this character, who has very little in common with me, except the ability to fire a bow. You make your way to the rear and hoist up a small child onto your shoulders. "Fight for every step! Remember those who didn't make it and push onwards!" The clansmen see your effort and follow suit, pushing themselves harder. Alright, a little extra renown. Awesome. And nothing bad happened. That's the big thing. Nothing bad happened. Godstones. Oh, I forgot about these. Such an awesome piece of lore. And if you'll remember from the first, the gods are dead. Now, it doesn't really go into, as far as I know, how the gods died, but just that fact alone is kind of indicative of the world you're inhabiting here, and the Godstones really drive that home. It's like they must have at some point been effigies, but now they're tombstones, for lack of a better word. Far enough for today, I think. After a day of misery, men and women drop their meager possessions beneath the Godstone of Frostvellr. That's what I'm going with. What are we doing? We just left our homes because suddenly there were dredge. Chieftain did what I suggested, and look what he got for it. Look at these people. Somebody has to hold them together. Well, that's you, Rook. But you're the dredge killer around here. Yeah, a Varl. They want to listen to someone who looks like them. What about Oddleaf? Let her, if that's easier for you. What am I supposed to do, anyway? Lie? Tell them everything's going to be alright? Gods, Rook, I don't know. Pretend you know what you're doing. That's what the rest of us do. Ah, such writing. Thanks for the advice. And do whatever you want. Let them fend for themselves if you can live with it. You humans are absurd, Rook. Furious when you're not in control. Terrified when you are. Pull it together. You're right. Think of how I feel. I'm stuck nursing a bunch of weaklings. You do care, I can tell. Men are a plague on the world, worse than any dredge as far as I can tell. Chats like this are why we get along so well, Ivor. I love the writing in this game. You sleep poorly, and the sun forever stuck to an eternally bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. The Godstone looms overhead with massive eyes of Frostvellr looking the same direction as you. Yeah, I'm going to inspect the stone. I'm going to do this with all of the Godstones just because I love the lore. The weathered stone doesn't see many visitors, not much reason to travel so far east. When hunters come through, they sometimes stop to give offerings, out of habit more than anything else now that the gods are dead. Frostvellr was the god of hunters and of wild beasts, occasionally seen roaming the lands as both man and wolf. He was always depicted in effigy with his terrible spear. You wonder what he'd think about his woods being full of dredge now. A young girl from the caravan approaches you. "I made this for you," she says, handing you a crude necklace carved from a branch she must have found nearby. "Thank you for saving my mama," she says, before running back to her tent. Back at your tent, you rouse Alette, who clings to your arm until she's completely awake. Bad dreams. Eventually the camp is broken down, and it's time to move on to Frostvellr. It feels like an end more than a start. Alright. We got dredge right on our ass, so I'm pretty much going to push us to go as quickly as possible. I'm not going to stop to rest much at all. Morale's going to be a pain. The caravan halts when a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. "We've seen the dredge in your wake," says one. "We don't wish to meet them alone. If you'll let us join you, we'll show you a watering hole with enough animals to fill those supply wagons." Inherent fear of strangers raises mutters from the caravan. What are you doing out here alone? "We were hunting here for food when the dredge found our village," says the man. "When we returned," he looks away, unable to finish. Is there another village over there? That might be a village. It's a little early. Little early for me to be hard heart, so... "If you'll be no trouble, come along," you say. The men cautiously join your ranks and prove trustworthy. The hidden watering hole nearby is teeming with animals, and soon your supplies are nicely restocked. Oh, thank God. And extra fighters. Awesome. That's gonna make things easier. Yeah, that does look like it was probably a village. During a rest, one of the men get too drunk and end up splashing mead in a warrior's face. A brawl erupts, many thrown fists and a broken bone. Later, the instigator, Raffensvartra, is tossed on the ground at your feet. Angry clansman looking for satisfaction. His personal defense is little more than drooling mumbles. Now, we're in a bad spot, and we desperately need to make sure that issues like this don't come up often. So, he needs to be punished. You grab a rope from the supplies and make short work of the sot. A few onlookers throw scraps at him, but most just walk away with a laugh, at least content that some measure has been taken. Keep going, pushing hard. The caravan is visibly relieved to find a small village on the way to Frostvellr, with beds and fresh supplies. The locals here are shocked by the news you bring and discuss it amongst themselves while you set up nearby. Oh good! Yay, camp! Alright. This episode may not actually have any combat in it, but that's fine. The last episodes have been pretty combat heavy, and I don't expect that my luck is going to hold forever. So, alright, let's go to the heroes first and start promoting people. So I definitely want promotions to be a priority. Nothing for Alette. Nothing for Oddleaf. Eagle. Oh, can you promote? You can promote! Yay! Alright. Definitely want to keep my tanks doing well. So, alright. You don't need more exertion. More armor would do you well, I think. So yeah, we're going to bump your armor up a couple of times, because that's pretty much... It's pretty much what we need from you, is the ability to just soak damage. Rook can't. Ivor can't. That's fine. Got some renown to spend. Oh, wait a minute. What was that item? What was that item? Show me the item. Okay, so that was the Bjarken rune. A crude medallion made from a branch from the trees above the godstone Frostvellr, carved with a curious rune. Dodge strength attacks. That's helpful. Yeah, was meant to go to Rook, so Rook gets it. Plus, he's level 2. Oddleaf and Alette wouldn't be able to use it. So, alright. Ooh, we've got a chat with Eager. Or Eagle, whatever. How's the arm, Eagle? You find Eagle just outside the camp, practicing his sword swings. I saw you taking some hard hits out there. Oh, yeah, I'm great. Not great, considering everything that's... I'm fine. My arm's fine. It's a strong shield. It's Rook, right? I know we haven't talked much before now. But if you want, just call me Gil. Okay, Gil. Wanted to let you know that I meant what I said before, about making sure nothing happens to Alette. You think about what to say. Never seen a shield like... Why, what kind of shield? Yeah, I doubt there's many. My father made this. It's solid metal. Really heavy. Yeah, it would be. No wonder you're such a good tank. But I've been practicing with it since I was a kid. I used to spend a lot of time just getting used to lifting it. He raises it up to show you. Except he doesn't. He just kind of sits it there, tapping his fingers on it. I'm pretty good with it now. It's the only thing of my father's I have left. Then when my mother died, she gave it to me. Before she died. Think about what to say. You're protective of Alette, huh? Well, she's... I don't want her to get hurt. You can see his cheeks turn bright red. Don't worry. She can take care of herself, too. I know. I didn't mean easy, Gil. I know what you meant. Ivor seems to think you're pretty good. Did he say that? That's good. I'm trying. Never had to fight anything like Dredge before, but I don't have much else to do, and how many people get to train with a Varl? Just seems like I could be a help to someone. That's what I want to be. I'm heading back to camp. Stay strong. I will. Oh, and if you need something, let me know. I can do anything you need. Between you and Ivor, we're going to be okay, I can tell. Well, those extra supplies certainly helped. But I have a feeling we're probably going to need more. 1 renown gets 3, so let's spend a fair amount into it. Don't have anybody who's level 5 yet. World hook, enormous fishing hook, thought to be from the legend in which the Varl King Skrimir pulled a whale from the Silverstone. +2 to R. Ooh. Oh, that's good. That's good. Getting it. Pumping a bit more into supplies. 15 days worth was... They said that the Frostvellr was a couple weeks away, so I think that should do us. Right. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, now we're going back, and we're giving that +2 armor break to this guy. Yeah. This guy is going to be able to break armor like crazy now. Which means I have some armor to hand out to somebody else. Well, Let's going to be sitting in the back pretty much all the time. Whenever possible, but so is Oddleaf. Protect the daughter or protect the woman who's going to help me get these people where they're going. Crap. 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 Protect the daughter. Because nepotism, basically. Because favoritism. Alright. Do I need to look at the map? No. I could rest to bring up morale a little bit. That would probably be a good idea. Well, didn't end up helping much, but can't afford to stay. We're only just outside the village when two men in red approach. "My name is Hogan," says one, gesturing to the other. "My brother is Mogan. Many from the village wish to join you to Frostvellr." The third man, exuding rage, charges up to the group. "Shut your mouth, Hogan," he screams. "What? Okay. Oh, I thought that was going to be combat." "What's going on?" "These bastards don't speak for us. They've been trying to divide the village since you got here." "True. You can keep whoever wants to stay and die. The rest of us will go with the reasonable people of Skogr. I'll have you both gutted before I let half the village desert." Behind the angry villager, a mob of armed thugs have appeared, all furrowed brows and nervous stares. "You both know what will happen to the rest of us if the fields are abandoned. Nobody leaves." There won't be anything to tend once the dredge arrive." "Dredge my ass. I don't know what the scam is this time, Hogan, but you got two choices. Get back to work, or I'm finally putting you in the ground." "Mogan, what do you say? Thought it was unfair that he only asked me." Mogan draws his axe slowly, followed by Hogan. Despite their confidence, the brothers are significantly outnumbered. "I think I made a poor farmer." Oh, man. Damn it. So they're basically trying to force these guys to don't get involved, maybe. Certainly not siding with the villagers. They're no. People who want to die can die, but they don't have any right they don't have any right to keep the others here. Ivor steps forward. The thugs hesitate. As you pull your axe, you notice that Alette is nowhere to be seen. Well, that's less than pleasant. Okay. So these guys look like strikers. So we want them in the back. Still definitely want our tanks to be tanking. That said, they do have shields, so maybe they're more tanky than I give them credit for. Well, one of them's decently tanky. The other one, they're mirrors of each other. That's funny. Okay, so who do we have? Oh. Well, I feel kind of a dick now, actually. What do you... shield wall? Okay, so do you have shield wall too? Oh, okay, so yeah, these guys are gonna be these guys are going to be pretty heavily tanky. Alright. We've got a pretty decent front line here. Okay, so first you. How far can you get? How far can you get? How about you? You're an archer. So we definitely need to take you out, and take you out quick. Oh, and you're gonna make me wish I had gotten a bit closer to you, aren't you? Alright, well, let's move you up. Let's make it so that you're gonna have a bitch of a time trying to actually hurt it. Oh, and there's somebody back there. Didn't see you. Okay. Can you get up there? You can. No, let's just move you up a little bit. Make them come to us. Oh, well that hurts. That really hurts. Bloody flail. Well, let's see if you can take as good as you get. As good as you get. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're gonna get myrtleized. Okay. Sorry about that. Had to cough again. Let's put him over here. Let's make him a bit sorry for doing that again. Ah, you really do not like him. Okay. Let's create ourselves a shield wall. Start bringing down your armor. Pop. Okay, let's take you down because I need to drop this. Need to drop the striker. You don't get to go after my archers. No way. Alright. Again, let's drop you quickly. Down you go. Damn it. Damn it. After my archer. You bastard. Okay. You go next. Then you, son of a... Gonna have to move you. And we're gonna drop one right there. Damn these guys are rough. Rough stuff. Okay. He's gonna go there, probably try to mess her up again, but he's gonna get stopped. So I don't need to worry about him too much, but I do need to worry about him. He's gonna be a pain. So, okay. And he's gonna be a pain before these guys can get back around. So, okay, yeah, time to drop you. Oh! I misjudged that. Damn it. Let's make you a bit sorry for that, shall we? Can I encourage that? I certainly can. Let's encourage that. Oh man. I am not getting a good read on these guys. I seem to have absolutely no clue what they're going to be doing. Rough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof. Well, that's ugly. And again, really desperately need to drop your armor. But that's what I'm good for. Down you go. You're gonna be injured, but at least they'll be free. Okay. Get her immediately into combat range. Yeah. No, we're going to enter. Or 5. No, I really would like to spread this around a bit. Especially since you're not actually doing anything. I would very much like to get you a promotion, if at all possible. Nope. Okay, no promotion. But we're getting her there. Alright. 2 people went down, though, so they're going to be injured before I can use them, but, you know, they're there, so. The brothers thank you with wide grins. Soon, many of the villagers have joined your caravan. You scan around anxiously for Alette, who had gone missing when the fighting began. Eventually, you find her watching from afar. Hogan returns at that moment, introducing you to his son and wife. You soon set out again. I don't have quite as many days of supplies now. But, you know, they brought some supplies, so that's nice. Alette marches quietly alongside the caravan, a little distance since leaving the village. When you stop for a rest, Oddleaf approaches you both. And I think that's where I'm gonna call this episode, actually. Alette has something for us. Well, let's finish this conversation. Oddleaf has gathered up the long banner from the caravan and smiles warmly as she passes it to Alette. What's this about? I was hoping you'd sew up the banner with everything that has happened since we left Skogr. Come find me another time, Rook, and we'll talk. Before you can comment, she departs. Dad, are you the chieftain now? Guess I'll have to find out later. Oh, then that means you're both quiet for a moment while Alette unfurls the banner. Oddleaf has been teaching me how to sew. She speaks pretty highly of you. Can we read the part about Mom? You nod. On the banner has been sewn the story of the families who have lived in Skogr throughout the years, just as is done on every banner in every town. I wish she were here, but I'm kind of glad she isn't. The section of banner about your family is short, but Alette has been sewing in colorful designs. Why do you say that? So she doesn't have to deal with all of this, Dredge, leaving home, and... Why did you have to kill those men in the village? I mean, if it's okay to ask. I want to trust her. I want to just trust her. Okay, yeah, I had to make a hard choice. Because the Dredge are terrifying. Every time we have to fight them, I just want to run, but I don't want to kill a person. Please? Are you mad at me? I'm kind of glad you don't want to, actually. Alette smiles at this, then her face sinks again. I guess I would do it if I really had to, but do we have to? I know what you mean. Yeah, I know. Dad, I think you're doing a good job. She hugs you. Spend the rest of your time together sewing new verses into the banner. For better or worse, the story of Skogr is your burden now. And that's where we're going to end it. Thank you, Camp, for forcing my hand on that. This is going to be a bit of a shorter episode, but there was a combat in it. One where I think we did pretty well, despite watching two of our people go down. We're going to take a quick look at them, see how they're doing. Yeah, they're going to be injured for a day, but that's not too bad, all things told. You can maybe promote Rook as well, in fact. With 42 renown, I think we can actually afford to do so, especially since that's going to improve our ability. It's going to cost a little bit extra to do so, but I think it's worth it. 10 renown. Alright. So now, 2 armor break, and then an auto attack. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so... ability to break a little bit more armor. Let's make you a bit beefier, so you're doing more damage when I need you to do damage. And then... I want you to be able to get in and out of situations quickly, so let's give you one more exertion. Yeah, I think that works. Anybody else? No. Okay. Alright. No additional items. Still got 14 days worth of supplies. Let's see what she has to say. No, we're gonna wait and save that for the next one. I suppose I could rest, but you know, our morale's not doing too bad. Yeah, and we just don't have the supplies to waste. Especially with the dredge following close behind us, although, kind of a morbid thing to say, they do have another village to go through before they can get to us. So yeah, we're going to call it there. This is the late game. I am the long game hunter. I will see you in game.